Well, it has finally been settled, ladies and gentlemen. It is officially over, but a lot of people are not satisfied with the end result. We will break it all down. Let's go.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Philly Take with RB. As always, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe to the show and hit that bell. Help push this content around and don't miss any of the upcoming videos, live streams, all that good stuff. A lot of good in store. But today we are interrupted by, yes, once again, the man himself, Ben Simmons. Hopefully this is the last story we will have to cover pertaining to this topic. I was not letting this ruin my day yesterday, that is for sure. But without further ado, we may as well just dive right into it. So yesterday, Adrian Wojnarowski putting out this story saying, per ESPN, Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers have reached a settlement agreement on the grievance the All-Star guard filed to recoup a portion of the nearly $20 million withheld to him as a result of his failure to play games in the 21-22 season. Story soon, and then more from Woj. He says the Sixers maintain Simmons breached his contract upon failing to show up for the start of training camp and refusing to play in preseason and regular season games prior to the trade to the Nets. Simmons cited his mental health for the reason his participation in team activities was so limited. And then a little bit more from Woj. He says both sides agreed to a confidentiality agreement on the exact financial settlement, sources tell ESPN. So taking it back, who knows how much he actually got, but Ben Simmons indeed, without playing a game last year, received compensation after this was finally settled. Now, a lot of people off the bat were hitting me up, and I appreciate it. A lot of people were pissed off. I get it. Can I say I'm surprised that it ended up this way? No is the answer, because for a couple reasons, the Sixers just wanted to get this off their plate. They wanted it to be done. Am I frustrated? Heck yeah, I'm frustrated, which we'll talk about why in a second. But number one, I think the Sixers want to be done with the drama. I think they want to get this off their plate and move on and finally be done with this. And obviously, Rich Paul and Ben Simmons, they will not stop pushing at the door. Clutch Sports, that's what they do. And the Sixers, maybe the league wanted us to fire back more, but the Sixers and Ben and their group ended up coming to an agreement, and it is what it is. The bigger reason in my eyes, when you look towards the future, especially in the next year or two, looking at another certain clutch agent and client in Tyrese Maxey, right? Another relationship there that could definitely affect this team. I know before Brian Windhorst has said that Rich Paul does each business differently, with different individuals, but you never know what could happen, especially because this whole league is about relationships, right? And the Sixers don't want to have to run into that whole thing again with Tyrese Maxey and have more drama. So you're looking down the line, Maxey's probably going to end up getting a max extension within the next year or two. So you probably don't want to have, any kind of leftover drama or beef or whatever, and just finally put this to the side. Now, with that being said, yes, I am genuinely pissed off about this for all the reasons that we've said before. But overall, it comes down to this. The man did not play a single basketball game last year. And, after time and time again of going through different things and refusing to get better and not working on your game, and then you fold like a tent in the playoffs, and then you start to cite the mental health thing, and then boom, you get rewarded for it. Even though it's a year and a half later, go back and look, okay? I covered this entire thing in detail. Day in, day out, detail in, detail out. I covered this entire thing. And look, I get it. There's a lot of Sixers fans who had boiled down in the last year. I get it. They were frustrated. They were pissed, especially with everything escalating. Take it from someone like me who's covering this team. Go back years on this show. There were people that genuinely supported this guy. He was one of my favorite players on the team. This was a guy that we put all our energy into supporting, and he just spits in our face like this and then gets rewarded for quitting. And honestly, looking forward, a year, 2 years, right? The CBA is going to expire. They're going to have to renegotiate. Well, guess what? People are already talking about some major consequences coming in the next contract because, well, owners don't want to go and guarantee their money, guarantee $35 million, and then have to pay it when a player doesn't feel like showing up or wants to be traded. And it's just absolutely insane. Really, it's a spit in the face to all of us, to any, hardworking individual citizen. I'm sure you may know people that are struggling that would do anything. They would die to have a tenth of this money. But nowadays, you can really just say things and go about it a certain way, try to enter into those sensitive areas, and you get compensated for it. So it definitely is frustrating, especially as Sixers fans. Like I said, we supported this guy. I mean, we were head over heels for this guy, especially when he came out. People neglect to remember that. And, the one thing that I'm mad about most of all, actually the couple things. One, this guy wasted 2 big years, 2 of our best opportunities potentially to go out and utilize talent on a roster and win a championship because of his refusal to get better. And on top of that, not only did he do that, he trolled us with the summer videos, with the acting like he would get better and then acting like he was better than everyone and didn't want to do so. And it's frustrating. And really what it comes down to for me is if he had come out before and said these types of things, as I've reiterated before, fine, we're here to support you. This fan base will ride or die with you. But you come to training camp last year. That was the last straw for me. Not only, you start to talk about the mental health thing, and then you come to training camp for one practice, and you get out of the press conference that day, and you get thrown out of practice after refusing to do a drill. It was an obligation. You tried to show up. They tried to beat this thing every single way, and they ended up getting recouped for it. But you know what? Just the fact that they were able to come and then they tried to sneak back in later, it was just such a fiasco. I mean, what a wild run this was, just really covering this whole thing. And, I just don't have any respect for it. I don't have any respect for it. Hopefully this will be done now. We'll probably end up bringing it up later on. And again, I don't expect the Nets to be anything. I don't even think the guy's going to play. I'm telling you, for a good part of this season. I've been right this whole time, but look, I'm just going to leave it at that. Now he's got the back injury. They're not going to be sufficient. I'm telling you right now, take it or leave it, however you want it. But going even more into this, and the reason they will still be brought up is because of people like Stephen A. Smith and Jalen Rose, and I was surprised by this one, but Kendrick Perkins as well. Come on, man. They're now talking as if the Brooklyn Nets are back into contention. I mean, I can't believe it. How many times does it have to be put right in front of you on a silver plate? But I get it. I get the game. And I hope people appreciate coverage like this for a certain reason, because I try to tell it how I see it, man. But anyway, here's what Stephen A. Smith had to say.
I ran into Ben Simmons. He and I had a nice conversation. You understand? His personal business is personal business. Is his personal business? I support the brother. I had a problem with him not playing. That's the past. He's ready to go. He swears he's ready to go. I'm rooting for the brother.
He swears he's ready to go. Wow. Wonder where I've heard that one before.
Having said all of that, I got Ben Simmons. I got Kyrie Irving. I got KD. You know what I got with that, Molly? Playmaker? I got arguably the favorites to win the East. Okay, I'm not saying.
So a few months ago, it was the Nets stink and Ben's this and that and Kyrie. Come on, Stephen. I would love to call someone out on this. Look, I love you, Stephen A., but come on now. Come on. Oh, they flip-flop every other month. Come on, man. Come on now. Now they're favorites. I'm telling you, everybody's going to start playing them up again, and they're just going to stay afloat, and things will go awry. You heard it here first, man. But anyway, it continues. It continues. Let's hear some of what the other guys had to say. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Well, first, it's about health. And he took a lot of slander for not playing in Philly and with the Nets. But as any athlete will tell you, you don't just turn around and get back surgery.
Right.
So clearly he was injured. So I want to know, how did he even pass a physical? But now that he's there, I believe he's going to give them what I consider a junk lineup up front. Philadelphia made a mistake in developing Ben Simmons as a point guard, and here's why. When you're not attempting shots outside of the paint, it's hard to have you at the top of the floor.
Philadelphia made a mistake in developing Ben Simmons. You mean Philadelphia and the coach Brett Brown told him to shoot jump shots and he refused? Jalen, stop this blasphemy. Stop it. Stop it. Come on, man.
So now that they have KD, he's going to play quality minutes at the 4. Watch Ben Simmons be like on the baseline playing like a small ball 5. And in that case, he's going to...
Oh man, the babying will never stop, will it? When will it stop? When? I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy, man. Let's hear what the next guy had to say. I can't, man. This is crazy. How many times does he have to prove it?
Pain that Ben Simmons going through, but also the mental.
Right.
You know, we have to take that serious now. That is something that is prevalent within our game, and we give so much kudos to those guys that have enough courage to come out and speak about it. So Jalen talked about the physical pain. I'm going to talk about the mental pain. So now that all that is kind of somewhat subsided, particularly the physical pain, but now he's mentally in a good spot, encouraged and wants to play, there's no reason for me to believe that he won't return to an all-star caliber player and a first.
Gosh. Matt Barnes, you're smarter than this too. I mean, I'm not trying to call everybody out, but it's like lining up the ducks, man. Come on now. He's automatically going to return to an all-star. The dude hasn't played ball in almost 2 years and won't get better. He's going to be the same exact player if he ever does suit up again. This is just crazy. And the last one hurt me the most because Perk has been our guy, man. He's been telling it how it is. I think they pressured Perk. Perk, blink if you're being pressured, man. I think they pressured him into saying this.
See what this team can do, and I think that's what the Nets have wanted since this whole thing started.
Amen. Perk, do your expectations for Ben Simmons jive with Matt's here?
It do. Whether he has whether he has Kyrie, Irving, or KD, if he don't have either one of those guys, I'm expecting big things from Ben Simmons. We have to remember, about 2.5, 3 years.
Perk, what happened? I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like, where did this all come back from? They haven't peeped anything. They haven't said a word. And now all of a sudden the Nets are becoming contenders again because we're getting close to the season. It's nuts. Look, good for them. Good luck to them. But when we are right, when I'm right again, I mean, look, I'm telling you what's going to happen. KD doesn't want to play there. Those guys are going to go awry. And Sixers fans will look better once again because of it. But anyway, I will end you off on something positive because this has all been frustrating, I bet. Let's end it off on a positive light. Okay, let's end it off on something positive here. The positive thing is that the Sixers are officially done dealing with this. It's over. That is right. He is now 100% officially the Nets' problem. We don't have to see it, hear it, or deal with it anymore. Sure, it'll be fun to bring it up in a few months when things go wide left, but the Sixers don't have to pay the next 3 years of guaranteed money, up to $40 million in 3 years. We can finally forget about this. It's not going to last much longer. It's over. And at least the Sixers got off of that. And I feel a lot better about this team. And I'm confident going forward. I can't wait for this season. We've actually had somewhat of a normal offseason for once. And I'm ready to gear up for training camp. And hopefully this is done. Look, I appreciate you guys sharing these videos, like sending me different things. Don't send me anything about this guy. I'm done. I'm done. And although it is disappointing that the Sixers organization had to give in, I understand why. And let's move on. But anyway, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts down below. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect.